Stars preview of the women's singles draw of the 2022 U.S Open. My name is Nihit Sachdeva. While it is tough to name a title favorite for this year's U.S Open when it comes to women's singles, the spotlight will surely be on Serena Williams. Serena Williams is a 23-time Grand Slam champion and obviously a home favorite. However, Serena's last Grand Slam Grand Slam title came in 2017 at the Australian Open. In a post and a Vogue article on Instagram on August 9, Serena didn't explicitly say it, but she hinted towards retiring from the sport. And so this US Open could be the last tournament of her career. Serena returned to tour this year after a year-long absence due to injury and fitness issues. She made her return at this year's Wimbledon, where she lost to Frenchwoman Harmony Tan in the first round. Since then, she's also played in Toronto and Cincinnati, where she has had early exits, and she had a pretty emotional farewell at both those places. Coming to her draw for this year's US Open, Serena has been awarded a wild card, and the 6-time US Open champion Serena will open her campaign against Danka Kovanic of Montenegro. If Serena makes to the second round, she faces the second seed Anett Kontaveit of Estonia. Now, Venus Williams, a 2-time US Open champion and Serena's elder sister, she has also been awarded a wild card, and she will begin her campaign against Belgian Alison van Uytvanck. Interestingly, the Williams sisters have also been awarded a doubles wild card, so that will be interesting to see how they perform in the doubles category. If you would have asked anyone after this year's Roland Garros who would be your title favorite for the US Open, everyone would have named Iga Swiatek. But looking at her current results, it would be tough to call her the outright favorite. Swiatek had an incredible 37-match unbeaten streak, but ever since her loss to Alize Cornet at Wimbledon, she has had a pretty rough patch, where she's lost to non-top 10 players like Caroline Garcia and Beatrice Haddad-Maia at Poland Open and the Canadian Open. Her best performance in New York is a 4th round finish, so she has some ground to cover when it comes to Flushing Meadows. Swiatek opens her campaign against Italian Jasmine Paolini. Her 4th round opponent could be Amanda Anisimova, and if she beats Anisimova, there is a potential quarterfinal clash against Jessica Pegula, the top-ranked American player right now. The 2021 US Open was a big success because of the emergence of 2 new stars, Emma Raducanu and Leylah Fernandez. Defending champion Raducanu has received a tricky draw this year. Her first round opponent is an experienced Frenchwoman, Alize Cornet. If Raducanu goes further, her 3rd round opponent could be 2-time US Open champion Naomi Osaka. And if she makes it to the 4th round, her potential opponent could be this year's Wimbledon champion Elena Rybakina. As far as Fernandez is concerned, Fernandez begins her campaign against Frenchwoman Oceane Dodin, and her potential 3rd round opponent could be the 2021 French Open champion Barbara Krejcikova. Now let's have a look at some of the other big first round fixtures. It includes Osaka against Danielle Collins, Garbiñe Muguruza against Clara Tauson, Amanda Anisimova against Yulia Putintseva, and Yelena Ostapenko against Qinwen Zheng. So with the depth women's tennis has at the moment, non-top 10 players like Garcia and Haddad-Maia would also fancy their chances. So this year's US Open, when it comes to women's singles, could be very interesting, and don't be surprised if you see another 2 first-time finalists.